means if who's you're dealing with, that you can be equalized. Then every means who you're dealing, then it is very easy. That's why who dealing with you, that's the most difficult. That's why we have to first is to every day trying to train and also start with mind mentally to aspiration for everybody, including who don't like all those, whatever their wishes are fulfilled and their life success, and then they come like a bodhisattva to make an aspiration and all any kind of negative seeds. Like you can think, oh, this is just my own previous bad habits now actually reflected. That negative is cause for me to be going down in so much suffering in samsara. I don't want to do any more like that kind, thinking like that kind, and then cultivate our own mind. And then sometimes thinking, sometimes just reflect and resting, and also there's many different also techniques including like breathing exercise like that kind of. But first thing is to train in mind is
Evenness,
even
equality.
Yeah, equality for both your friends and parents and loving ones, and who like doesn't love you, who hates me or kind of don't like. All those are actually trying to make equalize to is evenness. Our mind to build evenness between like we lie and like attachment and we don't like and resent. That is mind is very powerful. That first to be to train them soft. In order to do that, just as I said, to thinking for all, including ourselves, these lives, all difficulties what we have experienced. This is the actually reflecting of lack of compassion, and we actually trying to do that many lives. That result is right now. What I want is not succeeding. What I wish is not coming. What I want to do is so many obstacles, all those like a chain, like day by day, month by month, like year by year, keep taking, and then from there, then one day actually said she or he or whatever, then just comes ambulance, then it's like going hospital. It's too late. That's why now we have to train the mind. Like that kind of, that is actually deceiving for us until now. That's why I don't want to do any more like that. Think that way and then compassion towards the other. All positive, any kind of good circumstances, all those are actually based on the pure mind, good heart, and best thought, positive thought, and compassion. Those are actually the seed of all those happiness and like whatever one is successful and this life happy and next life, life after life, up to reach enlightenment. Happiness is source is the positive mind. That's why it is a very, very powerful mind. That's why that is the we have to do. Bottom line is we have to train our mind so wild and very, very like tricky mind, all undermining and keep deceiving. That has been, we have to train. How to deceiving is to, like I said, the also to actually some kind of thinking I'm gaining happiness, but even the didn't gain happiness, trying to people to, I cannot say it's like fool, but also unknowingly, actually always trying to involve selfish all the time. That will cause to actually decay our compassion, and then it brings a negative for our lives. That's why that is sources the actually selfish and attachment and aversion. That's why these two equalizing to evenness, mind is even your like best lover, kindness, parents, children's, friends, whatever, or like any kind, or any kind of enemies you don't like, even though like noticeably, unnoticeably, whatever's like which makes you, bothers you. And that's to a time to be, to train the mind to soft and to evenness and to positive and to be accepting that negative like that kind. And then slowly it becomes the most wonderful, powerful. Everybody's rejoicing, like named as a bodhisattva. That bodhi is the mind, sattva is the powerful, powerful wisdom mind. That's actually bodhisattva in English. They translate my teachers as powerful wisdom mind. Why it is so powerful? Because ordinary people cannot do to like equal to your own loving ones, and you don't want to loving ones, or who hates you. These two cannot to be equal or accepting evenly. Like that kind of very difficulty. They're trying to retaliate. That's why then it is a powerful who can do that. That is called bodhisattva. That's why then it brings a wisdom mind. That's why there's no compassion, no wisdom mind. Also, wisdom mind is actually generated from compassion. That's why it is so powerful for ordinary in this life to up to reach enlightenment, to actually to your own source for happiness forever is the compassion. That's why we have to every day, daily life, we want to be morning wake up and actually to make aspiration. I'm very lucky today I'm not dead. Today is I'm going to my best life for benefit for other, into kindness for other, actually. Thinking like that kind of making aspiration, and then to pray to Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and such as Guru Rinpoche, Tara, Avalokiteshvara, and Buddha Shakyamuni, and Amitabha, like any kind of deity, like you can pray and to remove obstacles. Today, I want to be actually become a Bodhisattva, not only just for this life, I want to be right now. That's why I want with this day, I want to be become a Bodhisattva. Thinking like that kind, and every day, every time when you time to time, actually remember your mind, reminding your mind to be, how to be positive and how to be selflessness, like that kind. All the time making aspiration, all the time any kind of engaging to physically, verbally, in other people, don't want to use for harsh word, or somebody is a harsh word using me, how I'm going to feel hurt. Same, they are also same like me. That's why I dare to don't want harsh word using for others, no matter what circumstance, thinking like that kind. And also when you see people looking also to compassion eyes, kindness eyes, actually gentle, more soft, more physically, very kind, anywhere, any way to helpful or individual or group or society, any kind of trying to do, remembering kindness and to help for like that kind. And thinking all the time positive to making all to inspiration for other people to benefit your life after life. I can be benefit for other beings like that. I can be this servant. I can be this service, thinking like that kind, and meditating and thinking good things like that kind. Then minds thinking good things and physically doing good things and verbally speech using saying good things, then that's the called good practitioner. Because any kind of positive do, it's only doing for our this physical body's speech and mind. Any kind of negative, all those also coming from our action of body, speech, mind. That's why even these three inside also, the mind is most powerful. Actually, other two are actually servant of mind, because mind is the most creator and most powerful, every, and also very tricky and also very kind. And actually, we want it can be very, very kind and most good heart, genuine, like that kind. That's why our mind is so important to train to good habit and positive and to actually all the time helpful for anywhere, anytime where you are, like that kind of, that's kind of is the very rare in these days. That's why we have to be, if we want to be a good Buddhist practitioner, first developing for boundless this compassion, which is loving kindness and compassion and whatever others like positive things and joy, rejoicing, and all beings are equally to equal, all of them, including from insects through human beings to any kind like beings are equally compassion. They can communicate with us or not. Still doesn't matter. Their mind is same like us. They want to be positive. They don't want to be hungry. They don't be like cold or heat problem. They want to be like same like us. They don't want to be hungry. They don't want to be enemies and they don't want to be killed. Their lives can be saved and to enjoy their life and happy. All those, even they can communicate us or not communicate is equally thinking same. These are the actually without any what called meetings or anything, but all minds are same idea like that kind. That's why we know that through our experience. And that's the reason we have to be one. Don't forget for others to be kindness And whenever you do other kindness, that kindness is the most powerful. That's a reflection. Yes, it becomes us. We also others respect, kindness, positive, and praising, and actually whatever needs people can be helped like that kind. We have not only just doing others, it will actually also bring back or feedback us also positive result, happiness, like that kind. That's why it is so important compassion is. But in order to that kind of wonderful compassion coming, first is like we have to learn equality,
Equality.
equality to training. That's the most important. Whatever bad circumstance comes, it is nothing coming from their bad intention. It is coming from actually our own seed plant already. It is growing. That fruit is actually ripening. That has been recognized instead of frustrating, angry, and something looking other than to recognize, looking somewhere to how to eliminate, or trying to antidote. But the best antidote is to recognize and to accepting that. That is the best remedy,
Remedy.
remedy, like that kind. And that's I just want to say who's maybe old practitioners, they already maybe know, but still is repeating is nothing wrong. And the new practitioners are actually I hoping to come up that kind of few words will maybe help their life and to confusion and frustrating all circumstances not coming right, things and all those suffering coming, all those are cannot believe in a like cooking in the depression instead of to waking and to recognize, to accepting and to go forward without any kind of more keep thinking. It's also keep thinking whatever bad is thinking, everything going wrong, and keep thinking, and then it's started brings depression, and then it will actually cause to cannot work nicely, and then it's going to be also cannot focus nicely, and it will disturbing mind, like then day by day, and actually it's going to be cause very strong depression right there. It's just fast started with keep thinking whatever negatives are coming instead of to accept and not thinking and just forward to your life, whatever you're doing, trying to do is like it is right now successful or not successful. We are better than animals. One day, no matter what, we will be successful. We keep doing and not only serve our just server and also to benefit others. All the animals and their most they serve themselves, but we are much 100 times, 1,000 times better than that. That's why we are not just serving ourselves, also trying to benefit for others, and like that kind of reason. All those as a source as mind, our wild mind, or whatever we call this, like powerful mind. And this is like little bit make them softening and to accepting what kind of circumstances and to be genuine and kindness for others and good heart and always make aspiration for actually positive for all beings in this degeneration time. And that is, I just want to say, and I just, who is unclear and any kind of questions, maybe it's good time to ask now. I just keep talking, but also I think better be we can both together. And what you guys have questions, and I try to kind of answer. If not, somebody can help me answer. Okay.
I have a question, Lama Sonam. This is Paula. I couldn't hear everything that clearly, and so I just wanted to see if I could understand. There's something that I heard that was interesting, but I didn't get the connection. I'm not sure how you said it, but it was about when you're angry at someone, and that keeps coming up. And did you say, I'm not sure you said this, that was the ripening of karma?
Yeah.
How is that? Can you explain that?
That is because your angry depends on circumstance. That circumstance has seed. That's why it's the same time also you are ripening that bad karma, but at the same time at that moment, if you recognize and actually you can handle, then that is actually eliminating all your that anger karma ceases right there and not going to plan the next negative karma. If you didn't recognize, engage, then it will also, I can seating next time I can bear karma. That's happening. That's why it is, whatever is arising is depends on circumstance. That circumstance is actually created. This is the seed. Is this lifetime or other lifetime or many people lifetimes. It doesn't matter. It need to be wrapping karma, need to be circumstance. Otherwise, karma is not going to disappear, but circumstance is not right. It's not going to ripen. That's why it is the fruit of negative karma. Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I do. So when we have difficult circumstances, it's negative karma that's coming, it's ripening.
Yeah.
And illness as well.
Yeah, illness, everything like illnesses. There's illnesses to most to killing other, harming other, and like most like that kind through anger, through jealousy, through desire, through attachment, through fear, like that kinds, and then that is reasons, and then this life is like unhealthy sickness. Even though this life we didn't do it, but previous in many lives, of course we've done many negative things. That's why we get a sickness.
Thank you very much.
Then,
So if anyone has any more questions, you can unmute your mic and ask your question. And then probably mute back up again.
Hi, Lama Sonam.
Can you say
How is
also?
Heidi?
Heidi, okay.
This is Heidi. Hi. How is it that compassion and emptiness come up together? That they are the aspects of the same. How does that go?
that is because inherently our nature mind is like beyond emptiness. It's like dharmakaya. it has naturally compassion. That's why it's effortlessly to benefit Buddhas. They actually sentient beings. It is naturally there inherently. That's why it is like compassion and emptiness inseparable. But what we have compassion is like not the real like emptiness compassion. It is like secondary compassion, but this will lead into like emptiness compassion. Like this it's like inherently like emptiness, compassion, luminosity lead into there. That's like step by step. That's why it is indivisible, emptiness and compassion ultimately. Okay.
Your sound cut out a little bit. So what you're saying is, when we're kind, that's our way of moving towards a better understanding of emptiness.
Yeah, that's
right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start, right?
Yeah, it's like a dawn morning kind of pretty soon going to sunrise. So we know started was dawn, rising, dawn. Then it's like limited and dark naturally. And then slowly, sun comes, completely darkness is eliminated. It's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't really have a good understanding of emptiness unless we are kind.
Yeah, we will, according to each individual, their own, like step by step, there's understanding.
Okay.
It's not the actually dharmata emptiness, but what called indivisible, immeasurable compassion or emptiness. We didn't recognize yet, but secondary we can recognize, like samadhi, and then slowly, first we recognize, understand sound emptiness, then word meaning, then it goes deeper, that meaning through your practice, and then like cannot explain, but you can feel yourself. Oh, this is the actually indivisible compassion. Emptiness means like that. Slowly, they called like a new person, like eating candy. It's so sweet, but he cannot explain how it looks like. It's like that kind of experience. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello. Yeah.
Somebody's mic needs to be muted. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah. Looking.
Then.
Hello, Rinpoche. Hello from Germany.
Hi.
I have a practice question. I'm wondering, let's say if I have an hour to practice, you have me working on the 7-line prayer right now. If I have an hour to practice, what portion of that time should I be spending in the post-meditation? Or should I be spending a half hour reciting the mantra and a half hour in meditation? Or should I spend most of the time reciting the mantra? Do you understand?
Yeah, I think first thing is the first you're supposed to do prostration or whatever, and then you can sit and then you correct your motivation to nicely and trying to visualize Guru Rinpoche environments of all the Buddhas and actually nice, then calm and relax, be 2-3 minutes, like that kind, mind kind of subtle, and nicely. Then from there, then you can chant seven prayer. It's like seven prayer. If you have 1 hour, I can say like 10, 15 minutes, like that kind you can chant seven prayer nicely. Then I can relax, dissolve blessing, and like that kind, taking empowerments and yes, resting. 3, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Then I can recite seven prayer, like that kind. To alternate between these two, you can alternate like that kind. And then like if say it's drawn based on time, but it's just idea kind of feeling like that kind of time. And then around like very easy, like 45 minutes, like that kind of, you can kind of then close the section very nicely with the dedication and first like receiving blessings and then dedication. After dedication, then I can rest a little bit, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then you can also, if there's left a few minutes, you can just read 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, so whatever book you want to read, and like that kind, and then from there, you can finish your section. Then that's the best way. Did you understand what I said?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you.
Okay. Then, yeah. Did you hear, right, Lance? Mike is mute.
Lance, are you hearing Rinpoche?
His microphone is mute.
Lance, are you hearing Rinpoche? Can you all hear? What's going on?
Yes, like I can hear now. Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay.
I didn't hear the last part though. I heard the instruction on the practice and I didn't hear any last minute or two. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything right now.
Okay, whose phone is 541-419-1947? If you could turn the sound off on your phone,
That's audio.
causing a lot of just interference. Everybody tried to mute. No, Ed's on a different phone. Anyway, it looks like Lance is having also a slow connection with us. I can see that.
Tanya, who's
Tanya Rinpoche is asking
she's Oregon, right?
about you.
Yeah, Tanya's here, but I'm trying to get my video off so I can actually hear, because when I have my video, I cannot hear anything.
Okay, we can see you right now.
Yeah.
Then, okay, Rinpoche just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Oh, is that Tanya who came to the Ngondro retreat? Is that it? Okay.
Okay, Lance, then anyway, last part is I saw you have like 15 minutes left. You do practice alternate meditation and chanting and like that. And then after like 45 minutes or like that kind, so then close the section and dedicate very nicely. And then after that, I can just a little bit meditate, whatever you practice, observing blessings in the mind. And then after that, then you can, if there's left time, I say you read some book, if you wish, like some paragraphs or some paragraphs, and then through there you can kind of finish your section. That's I said, okay?
Okay, very good. Thank you, Rinpoche.
You're welcome. Then, who has a question?
Any other questions?
Hi,
Yeah,
this is Valerie,
yeah,
and I so love these webcasts. I just so love them. I can't always participate, but I'm just so grateful. My question is, you spoke about anger.
yeah,
Can you speak about fear and how to shift that experience with our practice?
yeah. Fear is the actually anger. Fear is the most like, of course, dangerous, you know, because fear is everything actually coming from anger is coming from fear, because you have something you're going to lose or something going to what you don't want, and all those are overcoming things you're trying to protect. That's why fear is the very kind of difficult one. But once we have to think that whatever circumstance, anger, whatever coming is, whatever you don't want, unwanted circumstances are coming, and that times instead of like fear, instead of thinking, oh, whatever negative coming is actually, it is like not for I want it, but it is just a power of the previous lives, like we negative karmas, like that kind of creators and then happening. That's why it doesn't matter any kind of negative counts. I want to be represent of all those negative fears, source, all those negatives actually come into me. Doesn't matter whatever need to do that. You actually giving up yourself instead of fear and trying to protect. And instead of just I anywhere, Valerie, I'm Valerie anywhere. I'm the actual followers footstep of whatever your religious is, including your Buddhist. I'm the followers of Buddha. He's the most actually powerful protector of my life because I have faith and believe in him. He has compassion and wisdom, omniscient power. That's why if really, really very strong negative karma, even though so strong karma can be, I can be purified through believing him, thinking, and actually praying, and instead of looking for how to protect and to calculating, instead of to just thinking Buddha, say images, and then actually resting in there, to just nothing thinking anything. It can be eliminated to fear. Fear is coming from, but it is fear can be easily eliminated through the power of your mind to believing Buddha or whatever your background spiritual, and that is whoever you believing, God or what I don't know other like names except the Buddhist, but anyway, whoever you're believing, like most your own spiritual path, and that is a source. Like in Buddhist sources, Buddha. That's why through believing that, through praying, and I don't want to be through these fears. I don't want to lose for anger or anything. Even the people do subduing or actually what called harassing, harass, or to make them actually thinking that is my previous bad negative karma is purifying. They can use me, can do more. That's I'm the representative of beings, and any kind of beings, they never be like that kind of negative like me, to be overcoming fear, thinking you make aspiration. It has a more so powerful. There's a Buddha's time, there's a history like that. I can't remember one man anyway, they visit into like different realms, and then he see like in so many different circumstances. Then they're like Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they say you don't go north side, that's very dangerous for your bad karma. But he keep going that direction, not listening. Then one time he saw there's actually one's like what called skull, make a hole, and then what called blender? Blender actually like this in a hole, and actually all the brands and everything, so like what called stirring and so immeasurable suffering like that kind of. Then how come that? And he asked that Bodhisattva, his friend, and then he said, oh, this is previous life people actually very, very strong negative, and the many lifetimes that they're actually their parents are then they like hitting and harming like that through like that kind of negatives, and then it come. And immediately he that moment remembers he also did kicking his mother on the head. He remembers, and immediately that spending came into him, and he get image of suffering. He, instead of trying to run away, he thought, anyway, I have to suffer no matter what, my karma, but I want to pray for other beings and never be suffering like that. I want to protect all beings suffering right now. He actually make that aspiration and the thinking that immediately his life splinter is broken and he released from that suffering. Like that kind of most powerful. Those are not like really like history. This is truly your mind think that way it can be like removed that way. That's why it is fears kind of all the time. Fear is like everybody has like fears, and then they are reacting differently. Everybody responding. But ask for fear is to remove, is to be not be fear, trying to be stable and to recognize this bad karma as a result. And also it is just what called illusion, just like an illusion. It is just actually it's people's own habits. There's nothing actually losing. There's nothing actually to lose, thinking that way, and then to resting, and that will actually help to not be fear. And everybody is fears reacting, but then fear comes also slow and not right way reacting, and then it's going to be calm down, and then after that it's so not big deal really. It is like a illusion. But right now it's talking is illusion, it's not illusion, it's serious. But when you make aspiration, practice, and actually to blend that, actually it is like a very magical way to disappear. It's really an illusion, looks like. It's like that kind of, for myself, as fear comes, I have to just accept and just praying and accept that that's my own karma. It's okay, and it trying to be not thinking so much and trying to rest in mind, it will help most of the time. Sometimes it's very strong. It is also difficult, but it's just accepting. And instead of like trying to run away, instead of to taking and accepting, that is the best way to eliminate fear. Also, fear has many different ways. Fears, then some life-threatening fear, then it has to be like actually skillfully. You have to run or whatever, escaping other mentally kind of physically different ways, fear, overcoming whatever obstacles, then those are to meditate and accepting is the best way. The right way, life-threatening, it is like a different situation. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Then, any questions?
It's after 6, so probably we have time for one more. Or not.
It's okay.
Burning desire, anyone?
Will there be a webcast in June so we can plan ahead with our schedules?
Yes, the next webcast is scheduled for June 10th. And I think Stefan will be talking. That's the middle of our summer retreat here, our month-long summer retreat. So Stefan will be stepping in for Lama Sonam. And we're going to do it, we're going to try another time at 10 in the morning, our Pacific time. So I don't know. I don't have a calendar. But does anybody know what day that is? Have a calendar with them? It might be a Saturday. Yeah. And then we have to schedule the accumulation session. We haven't done that yet.
That is a Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
How does that work for everybody?
Yeah, how does that work for people? The 10 o'clock time, 10 a.m.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, then we will dedicate. Okay, close and then see you next time. Sonam de tamche sebanya tomne nebe danam panche kekana shibanam chupai sebem solendo ando sho kena chosum jongo chen samne sasum chap doji chosum no mundra tesam gele sho. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.